I got it. I can read it. I'm good.
Yeah.
You got this. Mosh is a pro. He can hit this on the fly.
Well, yeah.
I got it.
What's up, YouTubes? Hey, we're live on the YouTubes. What's up, YouTube?
YouTube. Morning edition. Good morning.
edition.
The AM.
Yeah. All right. Hey, it's the Morning Zoo. You got Boner and JJ here live in the studio.
Say boner. It worries me because he spent the night.
Hey, easy, Mosh. This is a little RFR after dark, but it's pre-dawn. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Queen
Haley.
What's up, Queen Haley from
Queen
Scotland?
Haley.
This is my favorite part about doing these early shows is that we get the UK folks involved.
People, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. What was that?
I didn't have my computer muted.
Oh, hey, there we go. All right, I'm like, where's that coming from? All right, here we go. It's Happy Draft Day, everybody. Let's go ahead and hit the button and kick off this episode of Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murph back once again for what we hope to be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. That's right, it is RFR Live, the morning edition here for episode number 165 of Raiders Fan Radio here in Murph's Fan Cave. And it is officially draft day, boys!
Yeah!
Yes, absolutely. We are so fired up.
About time.
Right? I'm so excited here. It's actually, let me introduce the other two gentlemen that are joining me here live in the fan cave this morning. And first up, the unmatched, coming in from San Jose, California. We got to do the school. Wait, I'm thinking of the Jordan announcements. He goes, he stands 6 foot 1 inches tall. He is 200 and something pounds.
Go up, go up, go up.
300 and something pounds. Hails from the Bay Area of California. Went to Middle Tennessee State University. The unmatched, the man that adorns the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk, Uncle Mom.
Yeah!
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Mosh.
Somebody was a little late.
Who's that?
Me.
You were.
I was a little late. I wasn't off and as late as I was because, like, for you guys, but I was running a little late. I had to put pants on yesterday.
For the first time in how long?
8 weeks. First time in 8 weeks.
Why did you? Did you go to the store?
Oh, I've been to the store. I had a meeting with the boss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just trying to get things squared away. You know, all these kids are, out of school and everything, and it's crazy. And so we're just trying to do some stuff, trying to give some of these kids some closure here. And anyway, whatever. It's draft day, man.
Draft day, man.
Yeah.
It's draft day, Mosh.
You know, I feel bad right now, Swaggy, and we'll get to you in a second, but I feel bad because Q's not here.
Yeah, I know, man.
You know?
It's not the same without
we should have flown his butt in, man.
I think he's actually working right now.
Yeah.
He's holding it down.
He's in the chat.
Is he in the chat?
Oh, he's in the chat?
Yeah, he must be on break.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because
know,
last year, I mean, it was such an epic adventure. I even brought the same clothes
Did you really?
They're in the van, yeah.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, so that way a little bit later after we get that first pick, I can go.
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L.
And I can say, Q, don't jump. Don't jump, Q. Quit crying, Murph. Don't blame it on the rain.
Oh, my gosh. I know, right? Oh, man. We had so much fun last year. But, hey, before we get into that, let's introduce the other man that adorns the southern annex of the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk. He is Swag.
Yeah.
Swaggo?
I am wearing a wide receiver jersey today.
Yeah, you are.
I'm wishing it into existence.
Keep talking. I'm going to adjust your camera.
Oh, okay, adjust my camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wearing Timmy Brown today, and we've gotten a lot of feedback of people. We were kind of joking about it, but people want Swag's Corner. People want that as a show. Where to get swag, the latest swag, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? That would actually be kind of a fun show.
Swag's Corner? That's a good name.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Or,
I'm thinking Swag's Boutique.
yeah, shopping with Jeffy.
It would be pretty cool though, because we're all about like gear. Like we love our Raider gear. Mosh, this week I had a moment.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. So I was watching the Jordan documentary, which
It's amazing.
it's not.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not typical overhyped ESPN stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of ESPN nowadays. As a lot of us aren't,
Sure.
because it's just overhyped silliness a lot of times, or agenda driven type reporting. But anyways. This is not overhyped. This Jordan documentary is legit.
It's legit.
Anyway, so I went and I got on and I found at Finish Line, I found a pair of silver, black, and white Jordan Air Force Ones.
No way.
Oh, way. And I'm like, okay, so I had to get them. So that's a perfect example of that's the kind of stuff. Like I found on eBay. It's not gear necessarily. But that book right there, They Call Me Assassin.
Right.
The Jack Tatum book, which I hadn't read it. And last time I read it, I was like 12
Gosh,
years old.
25 years ago.
Yeah, it came out in 79.
Wow.
It's been longer. It's been 35 years then.
35
Holy
years.
That's
crap.
crazy.
So, hey, check this out. And so speaking of that, and this isn't on the rundown, and I'm kind of going off.
I love that you're buying stuff because it truly proves that there is a little swag Jeff in all of us.
Well, that's it. Well, heck yeah. but you mentioned your jersey. Like, we just come across this stuff, and it's kind of fun to talk about the gear that we get. So that would be a fun topic for
Just
a show.
a whole gear-driven show, yeah.
Gear-driven show. So I'm going to read you a passage from the They Call Me Assassin, Mosh, because as soon as I read this, I thought of you. All right? Jack says this. In professional football, every team becomes another team's natural enemy whenever they play against each other. Still, there are special rivalries that seem to bring a higher degree of intensity to the contest. Personally, I play every game hard and violently, but when I go against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a different style of aggression seems to come over me. In fact, an intensely aggressive mood sweeps through the entire Raider team.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm getting chills.
I got
yes.
chicken skin on that one.
Oh.
And that's what you always say. Like,
Yep.
it's
a whole other world, man.
Whole nother world. So yeah,
it.
I love. Yeah, I saw that. So anyways, that would be a fun idea for a show to get together and talk about.
Yeah. Somebody said Swag's Rags.
I love it.
Oh,
that's
I love it.
It's
I love it.
up
I
in
think
the
Tony
chat.
Stark in there said no one puts swag in the corner.
Nice. Love it. All right. So as I mentioned, this is episode number 165 of Raiders Fan Radio, RFR Live on Draft Day. You can join us live usually on Wednesday nights. Tonight we're kind of mixing up a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. But if you want to join us live, you can do that at youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. That is MURFS Fan Cave. And one of the best things about joining us live is the chat room. And Swaggo, who's in the chat room tonight?
Yeah, we got Tony Stark, we got Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Ron the Mater Raider, Queen Haley from Scotland, all hail. We've got
Paul
Raider
Egerton.
Paul is in there.
Yes.
Paul is in there. Raider Vic, Mojo, Eye Patch, the whole crew.
Dang, that's awesome, man. Glad to see everybody in there, and definitely join in. The chat is amazing. They're funnier than we are. They know more about football than we do, and it's a good time. And the RFR community gets together in there. Also, you can subscribe to us on any podcast service. Just look for Murph's Fan Cave, MURFS Fan Cave. All right, so we announced last week that we are partnering with the Stabler XOXO Foundation.
Right. Excited about that.
Our charity that we're giving away to, and so we've got the links are now live. So if you go to RaidersFanRadio.com/gear, that's GEAR, there's a button there, and the button will take you to the Fanatics website.
Yes.
So Go to the Fanatics website, and then anything you buy, a portion of those proceeds get kicked back to us. Now, it doesn't cost you anything extra. That just anything that you buy, the Fanatics folks will give us that money, and then we're going to put that all together and then donate it. Last year, also, we sold T-shirts. We sold the shirt that Mosh is wearing right there, the Get Made T-shirt. There it is. And so we sold that. We don't have any shirts yet to sell this year. We will. We're thinking about maybe this Tales from the Nation shirt that I'm wearing because we've got so many requests that folks like about that. But anyway, but in the meantime, if for whatever, any official license stuff, go to our link, RaidersFanRadio.com/gear, click on it, and anything you buy there will again gets kicked back to us. So especially like you see today, I'm wearing the draft hat from last year.
Oh,
yeah. So if you want to get a draft hat, you can get it there. Now you can't get the new draft hats yet.
We'll get to that.
Oh, that's a teaser, as they say.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Hey, I just want to go on and say that just because we've picked Stabler XOXO doesn't mean that we're still not in support of the Blitnikoff Foundation.
Oh,
so
yes.
there is folks that we know last year sent checks directly to them. If that's something you're inclined to do, please do that.
Absolutely.
It's a great foundation. And, and this is a weird time with people's monies and stuff, but these foundations are still doing what they're doing, and it's just so happens that we want to spread the wealth a little bit. So Stabler is our choice, the Stabler XOXO this year, but the Blitnikoff Foundation is still out there, and if that's something that you've donated to in the past, please feel free to do that again. You don't have to necessarily go through us. We want your money for our pot that we're giving to the XOXO Foundation, but don't be afraid to continue your donations to them as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mosh. Yeah, because it's not about us. So yeah, go give it to them. And thank you very much for that. Okay, so this is going to be a busy day today here at RFR. Obviously, we got the draft going on, but we are also so on the Murph's Fan Cave Network, you got a whole bunch of shows, and I think we're doing all of them today.
Yeah, we are.
So today we've
Marathon day.
Yeah, right. So today we got RFR live here this morning. So this is for those of you listening on the audio version. We are we're going this morning. We're having coffee and talking some Raider football.
Well, yeah.
Then when we get done with this, Swag and I are going to do RFR rundown, and we're going to get to a bunch of the hard-hitting, more draft in-depth type stories. Then we're going to do Tales from the Nation today. We're going to go over draft history. We're going to talk a lot about, some of the most impactful picks the Raiders have ever made, like, I don't know, Gene Upshaw, for instance, maybe the greatest draft pick ever for the Raiders. So we're going to talk about that. Then after that, we're going to be on Mojo's pod show tonight.
Yeah.
Swag Jeff and I are going to join Mojo. So go to Mojo's YouTube channel, and we'll be there. It will be Swag, myself, Raider Dave from Grimy Podcast, and then Mojo. And we're gonna do Mojo's pod show. So literally, we're gonna be podcasting all day long. So last year, if those of you that joined us for the draft, Mosh, remember I blew out my voice first day.
Oh, my gosh. Because you were screaming on 4th Avenue at the people on the stage, 195,000 people between you, and you wanted to be heard.
Yeah, well, we got on NFL Network.
You got on the TV and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we sure did. Got on NFL Network. It was a lot of fun. We put those on our Facebook page, reminiscing about the draft, and because it was, as Mosh alluded to earlier, our time with Aaron and the rest of Raider Nate, we met Eye Patch, we met Monster Mash Ken. I don't even want to start naming people because I'll leave somebody out, but Michelle, whose family lives just right down the road from us.
Yeah, we love Michelle.
Raider Homer. We met so many cool people that we know and have gotten to meet through this whole podcast thing. So again, I can't name everybody because I'll leave someone out. So it was an amazing experience. So sadly we can't do that in person, but we can all get together and celebrate it here online. And we're going to do that all day long today, and probably going to lose my voice. So tomorrow, when Mojo and I are going on Raider Cody's show, I'll probably sound like this by the time that we get to there.
Nice.
That'll be okay. Yeah. All right. So we got so much to get to. Let's jump into it. We always tie in our episode number back to something significant within Raider Nation, and this is episode number 165. Swaggo, what you got?
Yeah. So we are going to take it to really, we're not taking it just to a year. We're going to talk about a career. We're going to talk about a career, and we're going to talk about a guy named Rod Martin, linebacker number 53 for the Raiders. He was drafted in the 12th round of the NFL draft in 1977, pick 317 overall. He played 12 seasons as a Raider, all of them. He's a career Raider. Are you guys done talking?
Sorry, we're having our own show.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Do you want me to start over? Because you don't know who I'm talking about.
What? I don't need to. The listeners do. You keep going.
Okay.
Ooh.
He played for the Raiders all 12 of his seasons of his career. He had 14 interceptions. 4 of them were pick sixes. 10 fumble recoveries. 2 of them were scoop and scores. He had 33.5 career sacks. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler. He had 1 sack and 1 fumble recovery in Super Bowl 18. He was the 1984 Week 6 AFC Defensive Player of the Week with a pick 6 to seal a win over the Seahawks on October 7th, 1984, a 28-14 victory. That guy, Rod Martin, played 165 games in silver and black.
Nice.
Good one, Swaggy.
Very good,
swag.
Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Sorry we were talking about something, but I got confused.
I was just telling Uncle Mosh about Rod Martin. Oh, were you talking about him too?
Yeah, I was talking about him.
Oh, because Murph was saying, he should have done a 165 about Rob Martin. And I was like, oh, dude. And then you were saying the same thing, so.
Yeah, we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell it's the
Glad
morning.
we're all on the same page.
This is what happens when it's in the morning. We're all drinking coffee and not booze.
We have if we would have put a little Bailey's in our coffee, we'd be in sync.
Yeah, you would.
Remember the first time you and I did that at the casino?
Oh,
Remember when we discovered Bailey's in coffee? And they were going,
so
do you
good.
want whipped cream on that? And me and Jeff both go, yeah, but stir it in. We don't want people to think we're sissies. Hey, Murph.
Yes, sir.
I know I kind of derailed you a little bit on your support announcement on the Stabler XOXO. What exactly do they do? And if you could just, I hate to backtrack a little
that's
bit,
okay.
but I was confused on that, and I got off track.
No, I appreciate you asking. And so Stabler XOXO Foundation, that was founded by Kenny in 2015, I believe. I don't have the script in front of me, but I'm just going off the top of my head. Founded in 2015, and basically it's they support the research and treatment and prevention of sports head injuries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so it's that ongoing effort that you see so much around the NFL nowadays, especially. They're really big and behind that.
All sports or just
all
geared
sports?
towards? Oh, so it's
and
all sports in
especially
general.
starting from youth all the way through. So it's a really, really cool thing. So it's all about like just building not only awareness, but research and treatment and all that stuff around it. So it's very, very cool stuff. Thank you for saying that. And so that's
awesome.
Yeah. And so obviously Kenny being near and dear to our hearts as a player, that's why we chose. And we mentioned also that, we met Kendra at the Bolitnikoff Foundation.
Right, exactly.
And
then Aaron and I ran into her again at the tailgate, and she remembered us and hugged us and all that stuff. Yeah, she's great.
Absolutely.
We have a picture of that as well, too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So anyway, so cool stuff there. So we definitely want to support them. All right, Uncle Mosh, let's hit some contact info.
All right, boys and girls, pay attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh, he twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us show@RaidersFanRadio.com or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Merv's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit?
Good.
All right, appreciate you joining us here for 165 Raiders Fan Radio. So at the top of the show, I say the top of the show 15 minutes in. At the top of the show, we like to give respect. We don't do props, we don't do shout-outs, nothing wrong with those things. But we like to give a little bit of respect. So this is kind of fun. This is cool. So First off, I want to give respect. You know, like they need it, but the NFL and especially NFL Network, that this is the first significant sporting event we've been able to lock into in an awful long time. You know,
I've been jonesing too.
I know, right? Yeah. And like, you know, look, no one's going to take the field. There's no score to be had. There's no anything. But the draft has become such a big deal. It's become a cultural event, I think, in our country, that it's such an amazing experience. And what you got, Mosh? Read them out.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to trigger Ramon in the chat.
Ramon is so funny. He's on me all the time about no corona. He's on me all the time about not twitting.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you the truth.
What? Did you twit?
No, I tried to the other day, about 2 weeks ago, and I locked myself out of it.
Oh, no.
I've lost passwords and all. I got to have some one-on-one swaggy time after the show because I don't.
Hey.
Not like you guys did yesterday.
And you need to get your Twitter login too.
Swaggy will get me going on the twitting again, and so they're busting my chops about it, and so Swaggy trying to incite Ramon says Mosh hasn't twitted one time.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
All right, so
sorry, Murph.
That's okay. So anyway, so appreciate the fact that they're even putting this thing on, that they're tying this thing in with ESPN and NFL Network, and so we actually have a sporting event to root for and to get invested in, and it's just such a cool thing. So I appreciate them. And within that, Mosh, they're also doing this thing called the Draftathon, and this is where it's going to kind of hit home for us a little bit. So the Draftathon is going to be hosted by Deion Sanders, and it's going to go on all day long. He's kicking it off with Kevin Hart, and he's going to host it with, have different people coming in all day long. And all throughout this, they're going to donate money. And so you can bid on like auction items, and you can do all kinds of stuff. Well, within that, they're going to tie each pick or when each team is on the clock back to something significant that's local. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Very cool.
We're all big Raider fans, as clearly as you guys know, but we've relocated out here to Middle Tennessee quite a while ago now and brought a Raider fandom with us. But we live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, where the Titans are. So during the Titans pick, they're going to have somebody local to come in on it's like a Zoom thing with Deion Sanders. And my boo, Max is going to be part of that. So
no way.
No way.
One of her very good friends, her daughter, went viral just within the past few weeks, was on the Today Show. And no, there's a little girl here, Mosh.
Not that kind of viral.
No, this little girl went viral video.
No, I was saying viral, like virus.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Okay. So she was on like the Today Show and like
no way
CNN and all this stuff. Okay, so this little girl, I don't know how old she's, maybe like 5, something like that. And she lives across the street from her grandfather. So every morning they have a dance off in the middle of the street, and somebody videoed this and so they're going to represent Tennessee, and they're going to be on this Draftathon thing.
How cool is that?
I saw that on Channel 4.
That's Max's, one of her best friend's little girl.
No way.
I love that.
So cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So anyway, so fun stuff there. So respect to the NFL and respect to the Draftathon. That's going to be cool, and so we'll definitely check that out. And then one more I want to give respect to before we move on to Tweet of the Week is I want to respect Samoan Raider. I don't know if he's in our chat this morning or not, but gave us a lot of love on his last YouTube live stream.
Really?
And, and his sentiment is something that I've repeated numerous times. We've heard it from the pillaging guys, where I heard it originally, that a rising tide raises all ships, right? There is no necessary competition between all of us content creators that are out there. There is a lot of people going to be live today. Samoan's going to be live today. The pillaging guys will be live today. Mikey's going to be live today. Of course, as we mentioned, are going to be live
Cody
today.
will be live today.
Cody will be live today. Everybody's going to be live today. Go watch everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except that one guy. But I won't bring him up. But other than that, go watch everybody that's going to be out there today, man. Just switch around, check us all out, and you know what I mean. And there's no There's no need to be it this or that or one or the other. And so that was his sentiment behind it, and he named us specifically around that. And
Yeah.
so thank you to him. Much respect to him. We
cool.
we appreciate you, man. And yeah. So it's that whole sentiment, man, is just is really cool. All right, Swaggo,
Yes, sir.
social media director here at RFR.
Yes.
What do you got for tweet of the week?
So, tweet of the week. So everyone has been asking about the new draft hat.
Yeah, man.
Because there's
Where's the draft
31
hat?
there's 31 draft hats on fanatics.com. Where go to RaidersFanRadio.com/gear to get all your Raiders gear through Fanatics.
Nice.
But there's no Raiders hat. There is no Raiders hat. The Raiders right now are the only team that has not released their draft hat, Uncle Mosh. And we got a little insight on that.
Okay.
Because Murph took to Twitter and was asking everybody, "Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Where's the hat?"
Right.
Yeah, Swag Jeff's got a hole burning in his pocket.
Yeah.
and he needs the new hat, and so he reached out to the Mayock family.
No.
Yeah, Murph reached out, and I think Ramon and Mojo and all them, they're reaching out to the Mayocks, and we're getting responses from them. Like Lee Mayock is like Mojo's new best friend.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of a joke because people were tweeting Lee about, like, they kept saying to her, like, hey, tell your dad draft this guy. Hey, tell your dad draft that guy. And she was
right.
She's like, I love you, Raider Nation. You guys are too funny. And so then I tweeted her and I go, hey, ask your dad about the new draft hats and where we should park on game day.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? Like, just as a joke. And
That's
then
so funny.
So the tweet of the week comes from Mike Mayock's wife, Amanda Mayock, who responded to Murph and Raider Ramon saying Mark Davis has said that no one is seeing the draft hat until the Raiders draft their first player. Sorry, no draft hats yet. So we got insight.
She broke the news.
She broke the news
Nice.
through Raiders Fan Radio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Did they answer where we park?
I'm waiting on that one, Amanda.
I don't know. We're best friends. We might park at their house.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
And then good call, Jeff. And then you know what else is funny too? I tweeted, like, because there was another one, and she said Lee said something about her dad, and I said, ask him if he remembers when we joking. I said, but ask him if he remembers when we met at the courtyard in Knoxville when he was in town for UT's pro day.
Right.
That was the day we met over breakfast and became best friends. And then I sent her the picture that I took with Mayock at the Senior Bowl.
Right.
And hashtagged it besties. And she tweeted back a gif of like Jonah Hill like laying down on his side, like gently touching the nose of like his friend. It's the funniest thing, dude.
So good.
What a great sense of humor.
Oh, they're the best, man. The Mayocks are top notch, man. They're so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. So all right. So as we mentioned today, here's draft day. Yeah, kind of. Not that's a bad segue. Erase that. I mentioned UT. There we go. There's the segue. I mentioned that I met Mayock in Knoxville in 2013.
Yes.
Right.
When he was in town in Knoxville for the pro day. Mosh, you always say you love it when the Raiders have Tennessee connections.
Right.
I've got a great one for you today.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to move on into Raiders and pop culture. How was that for a tease? Let's hit a sound bite and then we'll jump into it.
Going old school today. All old school. I got one more after
the
this.
Violator, and I'm live on Raider Fan Radio. Where you at, baby?
Hey, this is Pete Koch,
Oh,
former
nice.
Los Angeles Raider.
One more.
Yeah, back in the old days, baby. And you're listening to Murph and Uncle Mosh, who happens to have the same hair as me. Check it out, Raiders Fan Radio.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Nice.
All right. Good stuff, Mosh. Like
Nice,
it. Like it.
nice.
All right. So I teased the UT Raider connection for Raiders and pop culture. So here we go. Mosh, John Gruden's wife went to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right. We knew that.
Gruden spent a lot of time in Knoxville, and he's had a lot of ties back to the university. That's where the whole term groomers came from. Before Gruden came back to coaching for the Raiders, it was real hot and heavy that he was thinking about taking the head coaching job at the University of Tennessee to go coach in Knoxville. So he's got tiebacks to the university in all kinds of different areas. All right, so as much like your school and so many schools have gone to online learning,
Sure.
and where you're basically you're doing class via Zoom. And also the NFL draft is going to be conducted virtually via Zoom and
Yes.
whatnot, virtual meetings. So Gruden is testing out his equipment. And one of the ways that he tested it out was he joined, unannounced, other than the professor knew this, he joined a class. He joined a data and analytics class.
No way.
Right in the middle of it being conducted by this professor at the University of Tennessee.
I love it.
And here's what it sounded like.
All right, folks, it is class time. I miss you guys. I miss seeing the faces.
Excuse me, Professor Morris.
Yes.
My name is John Gruden. I'm the coach of the Raiders.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting ready. We're getting ready for the NFL draft. I don't have a lot of time. I just don't know. Do you say data or data? Which is it? I'm really sorry to interrupt. I'm a huge Tennessee fan. Well, I'm a little confused. I think I can see. Can no
They
one
can't see you.
Nobody
They
can
can't
see me,
you.
huh?
Started there. There you go. We did it.
Thank God my wife helped me out here. But no, I had some of my best memories are right down there at Cumberland Avenue. And I don't know if Chandler's awake yet.
I'm there, Coach. My hair looking a little wild.
Hi, Chandler.
You doing all right? You guys,
Yes, sir.
you guys taking notes? I can't see your papers.
I got my notes open.
All right. You guys have a blessed day. Stay strong, and just know that we're counting on all you young people to lead the charge when we come out now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And look, I've got my spider too. Banana.
You are a crazy lady. I wish I had you as a professor. I would have got it. I would have got a lot better grades. Stay positive and keep working. We're all in this together, and we got to make the best of a tough situation. I know you guys will. Take care of your families. Take care of your grandmas and grandpas. And do great for Miss Morris. And go collect your data.
We're going to work on that project today.
All right. We look forward to seeing you. I'll be checking in a couple weeks.
Oh, that would be great.
All right. God love you. See you guys. Have a great day.
Go Vols. Bye.
Go Vols.
Thank you.
Nice.
That is
See you
so
later.
cool.
How do I sign
Look,
out?
he can't
I
get out.
don't know if I can get out of here.
There you go. We did it. We figured it out.
So Cindy Gruden has to come over there and show him how to click out of.
Oh,
you
nice.
and you and him are like kindred spirits on this thing.
I'm telling you, our arms shrink up and we become T-Rexes. We're such dinosaurs, man.
It's so funny, and I'm sure he's like you in this too. Like whenever you're showing Mosh something on a computer, if you go, Uncle Mosh, look, you just click here. He doesn't just click there. He go like, I'm gonna hold up my phone. You go, Uncle Mosh, just click here. He goes over and he goes, click. Click, 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 click. Well, Mosh, no! And then all of a sudden,
He's got
87
he's got 37 Internet Explorers up.
Oh all right, so Cindy Gruden comes over to bail him out, and so of course, Mosh, I got one more in pop culture for you. Our favorite, or one of our favorites, he does Gruden seemingly every week now.
Well, yeah,
is Frank Caliendo. So Caliendo does his impersonation of John Gruden attempting to get logged onto Zoom for the draft.
Oh my gosh!
You can't see me? Okay, what do I need to do? I'm not a Zoom guy. A button on the phone or on the screen? Okay. Here? How's it? Cindy! My wife is technologically advanced. Usually I got Gunther doing something like this. So. All right, so right in here. Is that? How about it? Is that it?
That is.
That's so you.
And
You
now,
got me?
now it's sideways
All right.
too. The camera's sideways.
Draft's going to go well, man.
Okay.
Really well. Looking forward to this, man.
Oh, yeah, so it's so funny. So it ends up, the thing is sideways, and he goes, okay, you got me?
That's so good.
Caliendo, man, he's the best.
Okay, so it's so funny because yesterday I had a what is today? What is today?
Wednesday. No.
Thursday morning.
Tuesday I had a Zoom meeting. Tuesday I had a Zoom meeting with about graduation, right? Because I call the names. I help with the planning of that, right? So all the principals and the APs and all the people in charge of that. And I live out in the sticks. I mean, I live so far out, they got a truck in sunlight.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm way out there,
You for real don't get internet.
I for real don't get internet. So I'm having to do this on my phone. Well, I had a kid show me how to do hotspot. No.
On your phone?
G-spot. What it?
Oh, it's hotspot.
Is it hotspot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we go back to RFR after dark.
No, it's hotspot. G-spot's something else. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's not talk about those buttons. Let's talk about the first.
So I was trying to figure out how to do the hotspot on my.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
No. Vinny's in here. What are you doing,
Hey,
Murph?
no,
Oh
he's
my
not.
gosh!
No, he's not.
Anyway,
was.
so I got Queen
Oh,
Haley
he was
liked it.
in the chat?
Yeah.
Sorry, son.
So I got.
Apparently, we're going to have a whole different talk when you. Oh, no.
No, you don't have to now.
I know. We're going to have a conversation now. Okay.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm sweating over here. Oh, my God.
sorry.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why I got problems.
Because you know what? Because you know the difference between a G-spot and a hotspot.
They're all kind of the same thing, right?
That sounds like a your mama joke. Your mama's so stupid she don't know the difference between a G-spot and a hot spot.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
And all I could think about was hit the damn button,
Hit the damn
nerd.
button. Oh, hit a button. Let's get to see a fan.
damn button, nerd.
Oh, my gosh. Let's go see a fan's
Sorry
march.
about that. Oh my gosh. You know, it wasn't that good of a story anyway. It didn't work here. Hang on.
What?
We're running out of time. My life is running out of
Oh, you got to tell your Zoom story.
No, it wasn't that good.
Oh, okay.
I had to go into. I'll get it next time.
What we ended up talking about was a lot better.
The mess up was so much better than the real thing.
The chat room is cracking up in there. Swaggo, shout him out. Who all we got?
Yeah, we got Raider Ramon, Heat Deb, Mike Kraut, Queen Haley, SO Stunner, Ron the Mater Raider, Watch Raider, Paul from Shropshire, Fabricator Gill, Herman Munster. We've got everyone in there.
Raider Ramon says he just can't pick one spot.
Oh man, too funny.
What am I doing? Okay,
so,
sorry.
It's okay. So here in the Sea Fans mailbag, you can contact us one of two ways. You can email us, show@RaidersFanRadio.com. That is SHOW @RaidersFanRadio.com. Or you can call us, 909-345-3346. Leave us a message. And if we play your message 3 times on the air, you become a made man or a made woman like Queen Haley of Scotland. Or if you email us an indefinite amount of times, we will award you that status as well. And so Uncle Mosh reads our emails for us. Uncle Mosh, what do you got this week?
I got Murph, Mosh, Swaggy J, Vinny, and Raider Nation. Well, the 2020 draft, such as it is nearly upon us. Unfortunately, circumstances have prevented the Raiders from getting off to a great start in Las Vegas with a draft in their new hometown, but it is what it is. I really look forward to the draft every year as a real highlight of the offseason. Here's hoping that Mike Mayock, John Gruden, and the team can nail down another great effort in the Las Vegas Raiders' inaugural season. My favorite part of the draft is the fact that it brings an end to the incessant mock drafts. Amen, brother. While I enjoy theorizing about what players my teams may want or need, I don't see the point of wasting energy trying to predict what every single team will do. Rarely is the first overall pick 100% lock, let alone every team's first-round pick. Raider Nation forever. Frank from NorCal, proud made man.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Frank from NorCal, checking in. Hey, speaking of NorCal, so in the chat, I saw Jeff Murphy is in there.
our buddy.
That's right. Alameda High School all-time passing leader, former MTSU quarterback, and the proprietor of our favorite deli, Domenico's, which on the 29th, Mosh, coming up, we're going to do a neighborhood delivery for Domenico's, and then I believe Jeff is going to we're either going to record some stuff down with him at the pickup point, or he might even come up here to the fan cave.
Nice,
and
nice.
record some
So
stuff
fun,
with us.
yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Great guy. He
Absolutely.
he has kept open during the pandemic. We've been throwing a ton of support his way. And anytime I can get out of the house and go get something to eat, I'm all about supporting local.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Especially salami.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I go in there and he just starts slicing. You know, he just looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, hey, how's it going, Uncle Macho?" And he just starts slicing.
Yeah, the usual.
The usual, yeah. The usual.
But great place. I feel sorry for all those people that aren't around.
What do you mean?
Those people that aren't in this area.
Oh,
they
I know.
can't get it.
Well, the only other place is in Alameda.
I know.
Yeah.
right across
It's
from
us in
Oakland.
Alameda.
Yep, that's
so,
right.
you know. Anyway, here we go. Evening, guys. Hope you're all well and staying safe. When Coach Gruden came home to the Raiders a few years ago, I was of the opinion that the plans he spoke of would take at least 3 years to start bearing fruit. Maybe even 4. Given the move to Vegas and all that entails, but I think 3 was what I thought at the time. Then he would need to be really competing for the AFC West at least. There was a good foundation for him, but nothing he could run with straight away. Like any new coach, you want your own guys around you on and off the field, and you have to find that fine line between being too much of a dictator and being a soft touch, just so people like you. I'm pretty sure we already knew that Gruden is no soft touch. So, we've moved in and out our pieces. They've been moved all around the board, and despite the disruption of number 84 and the fool that went to Dallas, plus the outpouring of anger and derision received after 52 went to the Bears, nothing has knocked the coach off his stride. I've said all that to say this. We are a few days away from the next chapter of the Raiders. If we are half as good this year at the draft as we were last year, then we will have one hell of a good unit. There will be no more excuses, and none should be needed. I personally don't think we're finished in free agency yet. We'll have fresh talent, quality depth, and a brand new home for the first time. So I have a friendly warning for the NFL. While you're all admiring yourselves in the mirror and picking out your new little uniforms in the vain hope of creating an image,
nice.
The Raiders are going about our business, and we're coming for you.
Nice.
So you better be ready. A huge thanks to all the RFR, Mikey on Air Nation, the Pillaging Podcast, Watts Raider, Mojo, Hardcore Raider, and Raider Cody for all your work leading up to this weekend. Your knowledge has been invaluable. Looking forward to the draft day special shows, fellas. It's always a pleasure. Love and best wishes to the RFR family. Stay safe, everybody. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Pauly Award winner 2019, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, highly honored, 5-time winner of the Raiders five-time Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler
Yeah.
Way to
Nice.
go, Pauly.
Nice. And he was back-to-back winners.
Back-to-back, 5 times total. So who's left? So he's tied now with Booker T. Is Flair next?
He's I think Cena is now claiming 16 as well. So Cena and Flair.
Okay.
And Pauly's shooting for him.
Oh, good stuff, Paul. Appreciate you, my friend. And glad to see that he's in the chat, man, along with a lot of
absolutely.
other UK folks. Who else is in there, Swaggo?
We got Alfred Esparra, Mac Bud Watch Raider, Tony Stark, Queen Haley. We've got who else? We've got Herman Munster. We've got the whole gang.
Awesome stuff. Appreciate Watts Raider. I see is in there. Sergio Bujos is in there.
Yeah, Raider Ramon.
Esso Stunna. Yeah, man.
Mac Bud. Mike Kraut. There's all kinds of people.
Ta-da, Raider.
Ta-da!
Tampa Raider.
Man, awesome. Appreciate everybody joining us live. I'm trying to link up with Cousin Sonny here. We might take his call live if we hear the phone start ringing here. Might grab that. But in the meantime, we're going to go to our callers this week. Don't have one from the Capo, but you're going to hear a lot from Aaron today, I imagine, as we continue to do our RFR shows. But let's kick it off with our buddy Alex in Tucson.
Uncle Mosh, Murph, Swag Jeff, this is Alex from Tucson, Arizona. Just calling in today to give my last thoughts about the NFL draft. In the end, I don't want to think about it as I want a specific player. I don't want Henry Ruggs. I don't want to get too specific. In the end, I just want a legit wide receiver, a legit 1,000-yard receiver who's going to be with the organization for at least the next 5 years. I don't care if we pick up that person in the first round or if we trade back into the second round or third round. I don't care. As long as we have a 1,000-yard type receiver, and then we get another receiver on top of that, 2 receivers in this draft, I'm going to be okay with that.
Well, yeah.
Even if it's like sort of like Max Crosby last year. We picked him up in, the 5th round, and he wound up being arguably a better defensive end than Cleveland Ferrell. And we picked him up in the 5th round. So, in the end, I don't care where we get these guys, as long as we get one 1,000-yard type receiver and another solid backup, another solid number 2 type receiver. I'll be happy. That's all. Thanks.
All right, appreciate the call from Alex in Tucson, and I'm with you. What's kind of funny is that, we as fans tend to kind of set ourselves up for letdowns on these things, because unless you're drafting like first overall and there's a clear-cut player like Joe Burrow that your team is going to take, if you're a Bengals fan, like aside from that, it's pretty random, and I say this every year, like, don't get married to players,
right?
Because
right.
Number one, not only may they not play for your team, but like Swaggo and I were watching Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft last night. He's got Henry Ruggs going to the Broncos. So don't fall in love with Henry Ruggs, because guess what? You might be rooting against him next week.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they had us picking CeeDee Lamb at 12, and then it started with the run with all the receivers.
Exactly. And and they had Judy going to the Buccaneers to play the slot to go along with Godwin, Mike Evans, Gronk, OJ Howard, and then freaking Jerry Jeudy for Tom Brady. Are you kidding? Anyway, so don't get married to players, but married to the idea, yes. That's where Alex is going with that, and I totally agree. Yes, we do need a big-time wide receiver, but that guy might be LSU's Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah, Jordan Jefferson.
Or it might be Denzel Mims out of Baylor. It might not be the big 3 that everyone's falling in love with.
Sure, it might be somebody who we've never heard of.
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. It ain't Ferrell.
There's a perfect example, Mosh. Great call.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think I saw whose mock draft was it that we saw in our little group chat that had said, I know all of them, and all the picks said either a Clemson, Alabama, or LSU player for all of the picks.
That was Sunny. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. Just give us somebody out of one of those schools, and we'll be doing good. All right, next up, let's go out to Houston and hear from our buddy Houston Raider Steve.
Hey, Murph Mosh, Swag Jeff, made men, made women, Raider fan radio listeners, Houston Raider Steve here. Looking at the NFL draft on the NFL Network this morning, they said that the receiver CeeDee Lamb was going to go to the Jets, one pick ahead of us at number 11. Used to say with the Jets just in the season. Well, unfortunately, they helped end our season last year, and we've been profiles. We've been mirrors of each other. Basically, they were less relevant during the Mark Sanchez days. But of course, with us, we were relevant in 2001, 2002 with John Gruden, .1, and then in 2016 with early exit against the Houston Texans game. I was there when the car got hurt in that game that he should have been out of earlier in a couple games before that. So I look at us, if they go ahead and take CeeDee Lamb, I look at the Raiders to go ahead and get Henry Ruggs, wide receiver. He's a smaller version of the 3 between Judy, Ruggs, and CeeDee Lamb. So if Lamb goes to the Jets, I say that we go ahead and get Henry Ruggs.
Make you happy.
Because he's projected in the mock drafts to go to the 49ers, pick 13 after us. So I say we jump ahead, get Ruggs, since Lamb's not available. And then they said that with the 19th pick that we should go out and get Trevon Diggs, the cornerback. As you know, with Joseph being gone and Conley gone and Apple failing the physical, that we need to go out and get a cornerback, somebody that's going to help out Abrams. If Trevon Diggs isn't picked, I say Xavier McKinney. He would be an excellent pick. The other Alabama, he'd be a safety though, and Diggs is a cornerback. Some people project Jeff Gladney as a cornerback, TCU, and I also hear that they might be going after Blaylock out of TCU, defensive lineman, but I think our biggest need, obviously, number one, since Brown was not relevant, we need to go out and get wide receiver Ruggs, and then thanks.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
Appreciate you, Houston Raiders, Steve. And yeah, man, I a lot of folks are all in on Ruggs, and
Yeah.
that's a very Raider pick, like the fastest guy. Like, I mean, it would be great for our Madden games.
Yeah.
But I think but I think what he's also his sentiment there though about Trayvon Diggs out of Alabama. Like, we need a corner, and like that guy's legit, man. Like, he would be a real good one. Of course, Henderson. Like, there's quite a few.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy from Clemson? The guy from Clemson that was on the mock draft last night.
That's who Jeremiah had us mock.
Trayvon Mullen's teammate. From last year.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't be surprised. That might, because there are less corners than there are receivers. So you could get one of the top corners at 12 and then get whoever at 19 or even later on. You never know, man. We'll
Just
see.
depends on who starts the run on what position.
That's the key.
If someone picks a wide receiver early, then all the wide receivers are going to be gone. But then if you see a cornerback go first, then you may have Ruggs available at 19.
You know what's funny about this draft is that the teams always play everything close to the vest anyway. And when they're in big rooms and it's easier to go down the hall to another, but with everything being virtual, man.
Oh, yeah.
Everything being virtual, unless you're invited in and they got security on their Zooms,
Oh, yeah.
Everything's being held really close to the vest. More in-house and in secret than any drafts have ever been before.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So this is going to be really, really interesting because things are going to be, if you're wanting to make a trade at the last minute, I'm telling you, up to this week, I think most of the trading and all that, because of the lag in, hey, I got to call you, but then I got to call him, as opposed to, hey, let's meet out in the hall and talk about this and hash it out, kind of a thing.
You're talking about just even internally.
I'm talking about internally, and I mean, there's so much delay and so much moving parts that are having to be, moved around. This is gonna be crazy.
That's interesting, Mosh. That's interesting. Even just, I never thought about that. Even the internal communication is slowed.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. And and the other thing too is that it's going to happen. It happens every year. Someone will do something goofy, and they will most likely do something goofy for a quarterback. And once that happens, somebody's going to jump up. Somebody's going to trade with Miami or trade with whoever to go up and get a quarterback, much like what the Bears did to move up and get Trubisky or whatever. And then that's going to cascade down. And it's, there's some, I mean, again.
I saw a mock draft where Isaiah Simmons dropped to 12.
Just getting ready to say that.
Really? I mean, and if that guy's there, I mean, you almost got to grab that guy, right?
Got it, yes. Or freaking Okuda or who, you never know. Crazy.
Someone will drop.
Burrow and Young are going 1 and 2. I think we could pretty much bet our mortgages on that those two got. But after that,
it's wide open.
It's wide open, man. They're talking about Jeremiah had Justin Herbert going to the Dolphins, not even taking Tua. I mean, it's so. Anyways,
what's the countdown? Till the first pick?
What is it at 6 Eastern? Is that right?
So it's 5 Central?
I believe so.
So it's got to be later than that,
Is it later than that? I don't know.
I think it starts at
I don't even know.
I think it starts at 6:30.
Because we're going live on with Mojo at 4 Central, I believe.
I think.
Okay. So we need to get
We're going 6 Central.
Oh, it's 4 his time, 6 our time.
6 our time.
So it is 7.
Start at 7 our time here.
7 our time?
Yeah.
So I would say 7 hours and 24 minutes.
Yeah, and I would say our pick is probably an hour and a half in.
Yeah, it takes a while, man, and who knows how this thing's going to go.
with the Zoom draft. Yeah, it may take a while.
Wow.
Because remember, Amash, by the time we got to the Jonathan Abram pick, we were in the streets of Nashville. We started off that morning at this time.
Yeah,
or actually before this.
Before
we were there
this,
9 o'clock in the morning. But it was. By the time we got to, what was it, Abram was 24, I think? Was that right?
Yes.
Pick number 24? By the time we got to that, it was a long day. It was 2.5 hours. We were standing there staring at that screen, if I remember right. It was long. But so, yeah, Swag, I'm with you. It'll probably be a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
We'll have been on with Mojo for a hot minute by the time we get to a Raider pick.
Absolutely.
So we got to make sure we pace ourselves. All right. Okay. Next up, let's go to who do we got next? We got we got Raiderborn Rico. All right. If your ladies are in the room, you may want to turn it down, or you may want to have them step out.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
That's right. Here comes Rico.
Hey guys, Raiderborn Rico here. So I don't know if there's gonna be a sea of fans today, But at the same time, I don't care. Just
got
want to be
music
with
in the
you.
back?
Can't
Yeah.
wait to be with you, Grimy and Mojo, for the great direct. And listen, expect to see for the draft, no matter who we're gonna pick, some hard-working guys. Okay, that's what we are trying to do now. That's what we trying to do last year, and it worked. And that's what we gonna do this year. Hard-working guy is the secret of success, because we try to pass on some phenomenon to have some type of John Madden Raiders football team. So don't expect the most valuable players on the roster, because it's the hard work, is the commitment to excellence that makes great a team and bring you to the Super Bowl. And that's what we're trying to do now. We're not gonna get guy they gonna hold out, right? That's what we're not trying to get. We're not gonna pass again on this holdout thing, or is around this prima donna thing. We're gonna get hard-working guys, like we get in 1971, like we get in 1974. Should I tell you some of that guys? 1971, Jack Tatum, Super Bowl champ. Phil Villapiano, Super Bowl champ. Clarence Davis, Super Bowl champ. 1974.
Come on, Paul.
Henry Lawrence, 3-time Super Bowl champ. Dave Casper, Super Bowl champ. Mark Van Hagen, 2-time Super Bowl champ. Now, listen, whoever we're going to pick, we're going to be great. We're going to be Raiders. And for all that, say, I love you, and I'm out.
Love
Nice.
it, Rico.
Oh my
Love
gosh,
it, man.
Rico's,
Nice.
we need to get a copy of that where Rico says, "I love you."
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Paul said Rico hits the hot spot.
Yeah, he does.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he does. Hey, so a special shout out in the chat
Okay.
to my buddy Adam Hill. My buddy Adam Hill. He says I don't like him because I never do it. But whenever you ask me to do it, Murph, to shout him out, he's never at the bottom of my chat, and I'm not scrolling all the way up.
Oh,
but
okay.
Adam Hill, you're my brother. Love you, dude. And he's counting every time I say, well, yeah, in this show.
Oh, not the Will Yeah scorekeeper.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing about the chat is that, especially on a day like today, it's so busy in there, and then we can't scroll up. So all we can.
Our buddy Michelle Sweat's in there.
Oh, hi, Michelle. Absolutely, that's so cool. Right down the road.
Yeah.
We can't see it all because it goes so fast, and then and we can't scroll up, so we can only read whatever names are on the screen. So
Yeah.
like, right now we got Raider Ramon, Grimy Raider. What's up, Dave? Super Deuce is in there. Chucktown Raider. Michelle's in there. Watch Raider.
Q-Dog.
Aaron the Q-Dog Raider is in there.
Paul's
Sugar
in there.
Shane. Paul.
Adam
Richard
Hill.
Gonzalez.
Adam Hill.
Adam Hill.
Adam Hill's in there.
My opinion. Mike Kraut. Do It Stream. Rob Raider. The Heat
Yeah,
Freak.
Rich Raider.
Man, all kinds of folks in there. Good
Raider
stuff.
born Rico.
Hey, what's up, Rico?
We love you, Rico.
We love you, Rico. All right, so Mosh, I got one more voicemail. So Mosh awards a Sizzler to the best email or best phone call that we get throughout the course of the week. And so this will be our last entry. And this is a good one. And this one requires a little bit of setup. All right, so Mosh, this week I had more fun online than like doing a group chat
Yes.
than I ever have. And I think I could speak for the folks that were involved in it too. It was so much fun. So here's what happened. So some of the made men, so it was myself and Jeff, and then it was Ramon, and it was Big Raider Trucker, and it was Capo, and it was Ron the Mater Raider, and then Sonny came in for a little while at the end. Am I missing anybody, Jeff? I got everybody, right?
Yeah, you had Emiliano in there, Ramon, Ron. Yeah, we had,
I
everybody.
got everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all got on a chat, and it was going to be just kind of like a little fun thing. We're going to talk for like 30, 40 minutes
Sure.
or whatever. How about 3 hours later,
Oh my gosh.
we were dying. It was some of the funny, these guys, this is why our chat room is so funny, because of people like that.
Did you record it?
I recorded the entire thing, but I'm not
Nice.
playing it all because it's RFR After Dark for sure.
Oh.
Even me. Like, okay. And so, but anyway, so I shout out Ramon last week. told you guys how funny he is, and he's just one of many.
Oh my gosh,
and
he's
Ron,
so
I
funny.
mean, you guys are just hilarious. Anyways, so we were having a blast, right? Okay, so here's the thing, Mosh. So while we're on this chat, the phone started ringing, the hotline started ringing, and I go, "Hey guys, you want to take a call live?" And they go, "Yeah," and I go, "Okay." So all those made men that I just mentioned, all of us are on, and then this happened. Oh. Hey, we're getting a live call. You guys want to take it?
Yeah, take it.
This is gonna freak out whoever's calling. Here we go.
Is that a call from prison?
To accept, press 1.
That's what I was about to
send a
say.
voicemail, press 2.
Hello, you've reached the Raiders Fan Radio Hotline. Go ahead with your message. Hello?
Womp, 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 womp.
Caller in the 310. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Big Mike.
Big Mike! Big Mike, we got you live. Mike, you are.
Oh my gosh,
Mike,
I couldn't believe it. I was just trying to get onto the Wednesday show, and you got me live.
Mike, so you are on with it's Murph, it's Capo, it's Emiliano, it's Ramon and Ron. We've got you all. We're all on doing a conference call, and you happen to call in, and so we're taking your call live. And what's up, dude?
That's what day it is.
All right, I just wanted to talk about the draft a little bit.
Come on, man. Go ahead. You do your call. We'll listen to you live.
Okay, man. This is Big Mike, 6'9", 350 pounds. Ding.
God damn, that's a big motherfucker.
So
It's not medium, Mike.
I wanted to find out what you guys thought about getting some linemen. I mentioned that on a previous email, but I didn't really get an answer. I think we need to get at least one offensive and one defensive line. The offense, so we can let our quarterback step to some throws, and some defense to let our cornerbacks just get into their groove and make some plays for us. What do you guys think?
This is Big Raider Chuck. How you doing, brother? With Chucky drafting, because we all know that's who's drafting, I would put behind him. So if he comes out and drafts an offensive lineman with the 12 or 19 picks, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, we do need help on both ends. Not so sure about the defensive, because with the signing of Collins, I think Collins is going to be the diamond in the rough that no one's expecting. 30 QB pressures by himself. All three D tackles average 30 together. He's doing 30 by himself. So that's my diamond in the rough.
That's amazing, man. Those are some good numbers.
Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider, what do you got?
Farrell will take at least into his 5th season before he gets his 30th QB pressure. I'm pretty sure about that.
Jeez.
And
so do you
as
guys,
far as offensive line is concerned, I think we're going to take Logan Stenberg with our last 3rd-round pick. So I think he'll shore it up. All-American, all-SEC. So it's a done deal.
Love it.
You went right on Farrell right out the gate.
I know. He just takes a run at Farrell. Ron, you got anything for Big Mike before we let him go on the defensive line or offensive line? Who do you like?
Right.
I think we should change Big Mike's name to Big McLarge. And then I think if we take lineman, it'll probably be a defensive lineman, probably, because it seems like we're investing a lot up the middle of the defense in free agency.
I agree. Big Mike, what do you think, bud? Who do you think we're looking at? You think it's a 3rd rounder? You think they might? Some people like Charles Davis like us taking a defensive lineman early.
I'm set with like a wide receiver or skill position early. Maybe we could trade one of our 3rd rounds to move up, or trade back on our 19th pick to move down and get a couple more picks in the 2nd and 3rd. Either way, as long as we get that wide receiver position early, I think we'll be fine with whatever Madoc does.
Right on, man. We're all drinking the Mayock Kool-Aid too, man. I think we're all trusting him. And hey, Mike, I'm gonna play this on the next episode. We're gonna play your message certainly for sure on the next RFR Live. And hey, I got to tell you something else too, Mike. Congratulations, you are now officially a made man.
Yeah,
all right.
There you go.
Drinks on you, baby.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great.
All right, bud. Bye-bye. Damn, Big Mike is big. Like,
No, I mean, cool.
9-3-30.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that's Trent Williams. That's Trent Williams.
We should draft him.
Yeah, you draft him. Oh, Murph. So
Call him back.
With the pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Big Bird.
Oh man, it's so true, man. You know we said it when he said, "Who do you think the Raiders should take?" We would have said, "Well, you."
Yeah.
Big. That's what the question was. He's like, "Do you think they should take a lineman?" I'm available.
Yeah. Ask him how fast his 3-cone is.
Oh my gosh, isn't that funny?
I love it.
Oh man, so congratulations, Big Mike. You are now officially a made man.
You are a made man. You showed you are part of the family by participation. By chance, a man like yourself should make enemies, then they would become my enemies. Showing you are a friend of Raiders Fan Radio, you have leapt across the line. Friendship is everything. Friendship is more than talent. It is more than the government. It's almost equal to family. Be loyal. Made man, Raider fan. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this as a gift. And don't ever forget, words can hurt more, but silence can break hearts.
I am the Sizzler.
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 What a night. What a night. What a morning.
What a morning.
Yeah, morning.
All right.
We heard from Frank from NorCal. We heard from Polly the Pollinator. Paul.
Nice.
And then we get Alex from Tucson. He said, what's legit? You know, we need a wide receiver who can get us 1,000 yards. And we're all going, yeah, that'd be great. And he goes, how about 2 of them?
Yeah.
Houston Steve, he came in. Ruggs. You know, he's going, Ruggs did good.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people saying it. And then, of course, Rico.
Well, yeah.
Rico ends it all with, this is Rico. I love you. And
I
we're
love
like,
you too.
Rico.
Oh.
Wow.
It makes me feel kind of funny inside
Big
when he
Mike.
says that.
I know, right? Big Mike goes live with the what do you call them, that group?
Just like, I don't know,
It's like the Made Men. It's the Made Men Chat Attack,
like
or
the
something.
round table there, man.
It's the round table. It's you guys were doing a conference call.
Yeah.
And so tonight's Sizzler Award is our first time we've ever given a Sizzler Award to a multiple group. The Made Men Chat Attack gets the Sizzler Award. And it was all based on Mike's call. So, Paul, you're going to have to figure that out. Since you are the Sizzler scorekeeper, do they get partial points? Whatever you say, Paul.
Everyone gets an eighth of a Sizzler.
Award. Whatever it was, you got to get in touch with actually get in touch with Swaggy J. He'll let you know who was on the call, and you can assign that. But that's where the Sizzler goes to. The Sizzler goes to the folks that were involved with that call.
Awesome.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we're out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Hey, so Watts Raiders in the chat.
Yeah.
And he says, can Rico just announce all of our picks this year?
I know, right?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I don't think he said our picks. I think he said the picks.
Oh, the picks.
I mean,
yeah.
All the picks.
All of the picks. Yeah, all the picks.
He'd be going, and now the donkeys choose.
Yeah. He's not a Raider.
He's
not a Raider.
So that would be all the teams. Or all the picks. Either guys that are not the Raiders or Raiders.
For the 10th pick.
He go next
the not the Raiders select.
Next up for the freaking Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I like that. I saw the suggestion in there for Chucktown Raider to call that the Made Man Hit Squad. I like
Oh,
that.
I like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, hey, I appreciate the chat. Shout them out one more time, Swaggo. Who's in
Yeah,
there?
we got Chucktown Raider, Paul from Shropshire, Rich Raider, Adam Hill, Watch Raider, Chucktown Raider, Franklin 83, Raider Ramon, Raider Born Rico, Silver and Blacksmith. We've got everyone in here.
That's a cool name, Silver and Blacksmith. I like that. That's
Silver
cool.
and Blacksmith.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
really cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
I like what he said, too.
What did he say?
Please do not pick a quarterback, period.
Oh, you know what? I don't know about period. Definitely not round 1.
No.
Round 3, sure. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, because at some point you got to, of course.
Don't get started. We only got 7.5 hours till the draft.
I know, right?
There's more shows to do.
That's right. Okay, all right, I'll stop. Yes. So thank you. That's an awesome segue, Mosh. So we're getting ready to do the rundown here in a minute. When we get done with RFR Live here, which will be just a few minutes, and we are going to we're going to do the rundown, and then we're going to do Tales from the Nation, and then of course we'll be on with Mojo's Pod Show later on. So for those of you that follow the audio version of the Murph's Fan Cave feed, you're going to get flooded with a bunch of content, and definitely support all the content creators that are out there today. Thank you, Raider Nation, for what you do to support RFR here. We love you. We thank you. Thank you to Swaggo. Thank you to Uncle Mosh joining me today in the Fan
This
Cave.
morning.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, and for those of you that don't know, it's 50-cent corn dog day at Sonic, baby. Yeah.
I know where we're going right now.
Well, yeah.
I got $20. That's 80 corn dogs.
Oh, nice. Hey, thanks for tuning in for another episode. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Raider Born Rico, Watch Raider, Raider Ramon, Raider Rich, Swag Jeff, Mike Kraut, everyone. Thank you so much. You guys make this show. We love you, Raider Nation. Uncle Mosh, take us home, brother.
And yes, Raider Ramon, I will twit today. Hey, special shout out to my man Q-Dog. Thanks for the gift, brother. And hey, it's the morning time. It's sub-noon.
Oh, nice.
I get to leave here and legitimately get lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yes, corn dog. Hey, thanks for listening today. You got your old buddy Uncle Mosh here for Murph and Swaggy J. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Good afternoon, everybody. Have a great day. Watch all the content. Be careful out there. Keep your social distance. Let's get back to work, America.
Oh, man.
Love you guys. God bless.
Good night, good afternoon, and good morning.
Happy lunchtime, YouTube.
It's draft day. Get hype.
Get hype.
Yes.
Get corn dog. What happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
Yeah, it did.